The raw emotions generated by immigration policy provoked by blah, 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 have scrambled political allegiances, blah, 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 blah. So let's get to the meat and potato. The only way to end this politically charged debate is to think carefully about benefits and costs, as well as politics and perceptions. Okay? We need a new immigration system that offers liberal admission policies but targets its benefits to native workers rather than corporations. You know what actually benefits native workers? Not allowing a bunch of illegals or low. When you allow people from the third world countries, first of all, they will work for pennies, and it devalues the labor of natives. Also, just because these people have a better time in your country than in their own doesn't mean that you are not exploiting them. Because if you they
pick a common one I hear is they pick the fruit. Well, it's like, well, if you let them pick all the fruit, then they're the only ones who are able to take those jobs.
Yeah, and also
it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
But just because they are having better time here than they would have in their own country doesn't mean that this is not exploitation. Because you guess what? Like those when transatlantic slave trade was a thing, the Hawaiis didn't catch slaves themselves. They bought slaves from their fellow Africans who already enslaved them. And I would say that being a slave in the U.S. was better than being a slave in Africa.
Oh yeah,
same argument. Yeah, well, slavery was good because they had better time in the U.S.
It wasn't as bad.
Well, hell, before chattel slavery, the indentured servitude, you were only able to come to America by being basically a slave for however many years, and that was customary for everyone in Europe.
So let's see. I don't kid you. This is pretty much pro-slavery article. Economic research provides little doubt that immigration benefits our economy. And where are any links to this research? Oh,
hell no! Research is for the white man.
That giving me millions of dollars for just because for no reason benefits the economy. Yeah, the research says that. Let's see. Highly educated immigrants offer their skills, entrepreneurial drive, and much-needed expertise for our most important industries. Well, I mean, highly educated. Not all of them are highly educated. A lot of immigrants are not highly educated, and low-skilled migrants are willing to do back-breaking but vitally important labor that most Americans refuse. Well, they refuse because the pay for those jobs has been pushed down by those influx of those immigrants.
Oh yeah, I mean that's always the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, so both types bring their purchasing power. Well, I guess that people who do back-breaking labor, which is really not very well paid, their purchasing power is so great. Which increases the demand for American services and American-made goods, and also decreases demand for American workers.
Oh, you mean... Oh, wow, I never would have guessed that.
And their cultural heritage, which enriches ours. Oh, yeah, well, when someone comes from some third world shithole, which is, where people are getting thrown off buildings for having their own sexual orientation, yeah, that's such enrichment.
Oh, yes.
By migration is that the benefits are not evenly distributed. What fucking communist wrote this shit? Just trust me. This article is going to say, well, pretty much it's okay to exploit those migrants. It's just not okay that only corporations can exploit them. Ordinary citizens should be able to exploit migrants as well. That's what the article is about. Trust me. Just wait and see. It's They flow to the migrants themselves, and the flow to the migrants. Wait. They flow to the migrants themselves. Oh, the benefits. Well, yeah. If they didn't benefit from migrating, they wouldn't migrate, right?
Oh, yeah.
And the corporations that hire them. Consumers do receive better products and at lower prices.
We're back. Here's the thing. Like, the Megatron figure I'm screwing around with now is technically a better product but it's most of it was designed by another company. They just fixed some stuff. Like, it just because, like, production of things can sometimes be linked, but mostly not. It's whatever the company decides is best for their bottom line.
Also,
that's a bullshit argument.
Better products at lower prices. Again,
if you're copying a product that's mostly done already, it's very easy to improve, is what I'm saying. But if you have to develop,
I'm trying to say that they just post those statements and have no links to back them up. Just saying.
Oh yeah, I love that shit.
Customers receive shittier products because unskilled labor from third world countries is unable to perform as well as skilled labor locally. So they get inferior products, but they are cheap, so people buy it. I mean, if they don't provide any evidence, I shouldn't provide any evidence either, right?
Right. Exactly.
And working class people may suffer a decline in their wages. May suffer.
Oh no, the white people will suffer. Oh wait, that's a good thing because we're
wait. Just look at this. They claim consumers do receive better products, but working class people may suffer.
So who are your consumers then?
Like they are saying with absolute certainty stuff that is beneficial to their narrative, but it may suffer about stuff that is against the narrative. Don't think I didn't notice that. Politico. Okay, and working class people, some of or many of them, depending on which economist you ask, but most agree that decline is not large. Again,
why don't you ask some, you lazy bastards?
Any links to back this up? Most agree. Yeah, most economists agree that the author of this article should be given a free helicopter ride, or certainly in most cases.
10 out of 10 Pinochets agree.
They should get a rafflecopter ride,
or believe that immigration undercuts their wages and threatens their cultural values. Wait. So,
thank you, South Park, for making everyone look at immigration concerns as a joke.
But these people believe that immigration undercuts their wages. You know why? Because immigration undercuts their wages. That's why they believe that. You fucking retard. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that was like that one thing about South Park, because normally if they go and they make like the one side look bad, they also make the other side look bad.
But notice they didn't actually do that during that whole immigrant shit.
Yeah,
because Matt Stone and Trey Parker are retarded.
Yeah. Anyways, let's not devolve into don't diverge from topic. We need to flip the article.
Understood.
So immigration expands the economic pie. You haven't demonstrated that, but it gives too meager a slice to ordinary people. The goal must be to retain and, in fact, expand immigration. Whose goal? While ensuring that its benefits are distributed fairly. No, the goal is to not allow retards like the author of this article to propose anything.
Yeah, I mean, I love how it's not about giving a bigger slice of your pie. It's about making a bigger pie. From what?
Yeah.
From the unicorn farts we have to write this article.
The current system does the opposite, channeling the benefits of migration to immigrants and domestic elites. So they are saying that it's okay to exploit the migrants as long as normal people are allowed to do this. Like, those evil corporations are evil and exploitative. We should be just like them. That's what I say. Right now, special classes of citizens, mostly corporations. Wait. Corporations are not classes of citizens.
In America, maybe.
You think
corporations are legal entities
on that,
but they are not citizens because corporations cannot vote. Corporations cannot...
Yeah, but they are allowed. Remember, the Supreme Court. Well, in America, the Supreme Court ruled that corporations are allowed political speech.
Yeah, but it doesn't make them citizens.
Because the Supreme, but it creates a weird gray area I'm surprised the Supreme Court hasn't been challenged on. Because I've noticed that for years, but nobody has really said anything.
Well, it doesn't. Citizenship implies something more than just.
I know. I know, but unintended consequences is all I'm saying.
Who wrote this article is fucking retard. It's not.
I know. I'm just trying.
I know. Yeah, I get what you're getting at. And in practice, big corporations and family members can sponsor temporary. Sponsor temporary or permanent migrants, benefiting shareholders mainly, as well as ethnic enclaves. So, are they saying that we should keep the immigration only to white people because we don't need to benefit those ethnic enclaves? We need to.
Oh yes, because white people aren't a legitimate ethnicity. You're right.
Oh, we need.
Hey.
We need to ensure the survival of 88 and the future 414. Is that what the article is saying? Okay. The system should be wiped away and replaced with a system of citizenship sponsorship for immigrants that we call visas between individuals program. It's like individuals could import immigrants, those black immigrants from Africa who would work for them and, remember that time.
I only support the immigration of Ugandans, mainly because they make great action films.
Yeah. You know the way. Under this new system, all citizens would have the right to sponsor a migrant for economic purposes. The Democratic Party already had this idea long before. Yeah. Here's how the program would work. Imagine a woman named Mary Turner. Why would they even... Could have said just imagine a woman named Mary. We didn't need to imagine too many details. Like, call her Mary. Why?
This is because the people they hire used to write fan fiction when they were 10 in 2000.
Lives in Wheeling, West Virginia. She was recently laid off from a chicken processing plant. Why so many?
This is someone's fanfic that they adapted into the article.
Wait a minute. They're talking about. They're sitting there talking about migrants and whatever under this thing.
Wait. They are talking about migrants. Just wait.
And they're saying they're basically framing an American as a migrant?
No. Wait. Just listen. I'm reading that.
Okay.
She was recently laid off, blah, 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 makes ends meet by working and taking care of her neighbor's pets. Okay. Why are you writing those irrelevant details? This doesn't mean anything. It doesn't add to the story. Just, I think the authors are paid by the word. Just the more words in the article, the more they get paid. Mary could start her little business by hiring some workers, but no one in the area would accept the wage she can afford. So the solution is slavery.
I see where you were getting. You're right.
Mary goes online to a new kind of international gig economy website, a Fiverr for immigrants.
Oh my god!
How is this not slavery?
Because a leftist suggested it.
Yeah, it's not slavery because it's voluntary contract work.
So we've literally gone back to the time before chattel slavery.
Yeah,
this is exactly how people came to America.
Servitude.
Yes, this is how most people came to America in like the 1500s. This is ridiculous.
Well, see, the thing about indentured
there's something I need to know.
You were saying, I will work for you, and there were actually conditions for the, like limits on treatment. But, basically, you're saying, hey, if you pay for my passage, I will pay you back. And you actually could, if you happen to sit there and you found a couple of gold coins on the street on your way to the market, you could go to your coyote and say, hey, I want to pay off the thing 5 years early.
Yeah. I mean, this is common knowledge. Before Dion went crazy, he linked to a guy, I forget what the channel name is, but he did an entire 5-part series of short videos that explained all this. It was great. And then Dion went crazy a couple months later. I don't know.
So basically, just like working a debt.
Yeah.
So to your, it's basically instead of paying a bank, he pays someone.
Yeah. They sponsored your passage here, and then it was usually it took you 5 years or whatever to pay it off.
Yeah, kind of like the military does with the GI Bill, that you work for them for 4 years to pay for college.
Yeah. It's not a new idea.
Wow.
The more you know.
The more you know, and no, it's all right.
So she offers a room in her basement, meals, and $5 an hour. Sponsors under this program would be exempt from paying a minimum wage. Wait. So are you saying that? Aren't leftists saying that minimum wage needs to be enforced because you can't live for less than the minimum wage, and yet it's okay to pretty much exploit those migrants, paying them just.
Well, she offers a room and meals.
Well, guess who else offered room and meals?
Prisons.
Slave owners.
Yeah, but slave owners didn't pay shit. Now they added $5. That's it.
Well,
That's
hey,
what separates it from slavery.
Yeah,
hey, they should have
better than
negotiated
slavery,
the contract better.
True.
marginally better than slavers. Okay. The website offers Mary some matches. People living in foreign countries who would like to spend some time in the United States and earn some money. Yeah, some money. $5 an hour. Yeah, great money. After some back and forth, Mary interviews a woman named Sofia who lives in Paraguay. Sofia, who grew up in a village. Why are you writing so much bullshit about these imaginary people? Like, who the fuck cares? Also, why didn't they invent a surname for Sofia? They invented surname for Mary.
Racist.
Sophia is from
They're all
a third world
racists.
country, so she doesn't deserve it. She's not white enough for a surname. Sophia is her slave name. She hasn't earned a surname yet. When she's set free, yeah, she can pick her surname. Has endured hardships that few Americans can imagine. She's eager to earn some money. She's eager to endure other hardships. To her nation, she could move to her nation's capital city and get some vocational training. Oh yeah, so basically what I was saying is that what little she earns, she would not leave in the US. She would get this money to her own country, so it's not that beneficial to the US economy. Is that what you're saying? Huh. Undercutting your own faulty premise already. Nice.
Yeah.
Saving me the trouble. A few weeks later, Sophia arrives in Wheeling after taking 1 week training course on American ways. If $5 an hour is great for her, would she have money for the training, or the training would be free from taxpayers' money or something? Oh, this is fucking retarded. If things don't work out, the agency that runs their website will find a new match for Sophia, and Mary will find someone new as well. Okay. While the program might seem crazy at first, because it is, it would not be that different from the existing H-1B program, except that individuals like Mary, rather than corporations like Google and Exxon, would sponsor their workers. It's just saying, because it's already happening doesn't mean it's a good thing. So, so apparently H-1B is completely different from what was described, according to author. So, yeah, it's. I'm surprised that the author of this article really bullshitting us. Mary, rather than a corporation like Google or Exxon, would sponsor their workers. Second, the program is not that different from the au pair program run by the State Department, nominally under J1 Cultural Exchange Visa Program, but it's in reality and any migrant labor program used by upper middle class American families. Corporations can hire people from other countries, so that's why let's legalize slavery again. It's fucking amazing. A visas between individuals program, VBIP, doesn't even sound great. Would extend the benefits of these types of migration program to everyone rather than just to corporations and the affluent. Well, maybe because affluent can afford actually to pay these people. If this Mary cannot hire someone for minimum wage, then maybe she shouldn't be allowed to import slave labor. Oh yeah, so at least some people that are imported by corporations, because corporations usually go through the trouble of importing skilled workers, and those skilled workers make pretty decent sums of money, not $5 an hour plus food. So yeah, it's really not very comparable, right? While working class voters would enjoy dramatic benefits, like what? What benefits? Not everyone would hire people. Oh, fucking hell. Immigrants would no longer have special privileges to sponsor family members. Well, there's another way to revoke this privilege. Just not allow them to sponsor family members. Oh, shit. According to our calculations, a typical family of 4 could boost its income by 10,000 to 20,000 by hosting migrants. Where are the calculations? What calculations? Where's the calculation?
What?
I want to see the calculations. How they reach this conclusion? No.
Show me the
You notice they're talking about you can sponsor the immigrant and then a family of 4. Wait, whoa. How
Family of
how
what?
many are you talking about being able to sponsor? And what about child labor laws?
Oh, you can still hire kids, but there are very specific laws. But even then, this article is nuts.
They don't mean
No, it's like you can already tell they're going to be trying to get.
wait. No. That's not what it says. It doesn't say that you should hire the children. No, it says that a family of 4 can increase their income by hiring.
By hosting migrants.
That's what they're saying.
Increase their income and also reduce their number because they'll mostly be dead.
That migrants to the United States usually increase their wages many times.
Yeah, the wages of the migrants or the wages of the people hosting them?
Allowing them to pay as much as $6,000 to host for sponsorship.
Okay.
And our average family could sponsor up to 4 visas. Where are they getting these numbers?
They're saying, okay, a typical family of 4 could boost its income by 10 to 20,000 based on each family member can sponsor 1 migrant, and migrants usually increase their wages many times, enabling them to pay as much as 6,000. So,
but that's still these numbers.
You know what's the problem?
Susie,
you know the problem.
Sponsor Haji, then basically, Haji will pay $5,000 to be hosted.
No, the problem here is wait. Listen to me. The problem is that this is completely different from the previous thing. The previous example was that Mary imported someone and paid this someone. So apparently, if you import those migrants, you will have to pay them 6,000.
Yeah,
so how is this going to increase your income?
The migrant pays you for sponsorship. What?
So basically, you are not paying those migrants. You are like pimping them out.
Oh my god.
This is pimping out migrants, so you don't even pay them. You import them and then pimp them out to others. And they
oh my lord. The South did win. It just took a long time.
Yeah, never heard of halftime, motherfucker?
This is worse than fucking slavery. This is prostitution. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, fuck.
Oh, it's beautiful. I know what you're talking about, Glebs. It's beautiful.
This financial benefit for working families would be a larger increase in income than they have received over the last 40 years of economic growth. How do
Slavery is big business. Who would have thunk it?
Like, where are they getting those numbers? Like, median household income, blah blah blah. Again, median household income. Where are they getting those numbers? Any link? Oh, no. Okay. At the same time, a visas between individuals program would be true to Republican free market and small government principles, but drastically reducing the role of government bureaucrats. How is this reducing the role of government bureaucrats?
Yeah, because you're
magic.
Vetted through government bureaucrats, and since everyone can import people now, this will increase the role of government bureaucrats.
Oh yeah. Oh no, it says it will reduce the role of government because all they have to do is security checks rather than the full evaluation of if the migrant.
The role of government will decrease, but its scope will increase because of the volume.
What is this? This is saying
math is hard, apparently.
Wait, this is saying that the government would lower the standards for those migrants, and everyone can import anyone from any country. And this is going to be good? There's totally no way for this to go south quickly.
It makes sense if you don't think about it, Glebs.
Yeah. This is so fucking
It makes sense if you don't think about it.
Many people will worry that the Sophias of the world would be exploited by their sponsors. No shit. But
so now they're favoring Sophia now, not Mary.
Oh, but all health and safety laws would apply to them, and periodic inspections could be undertaken. Well, wait, what did they say about the role of government and bureaucrats? Periodic inspections by government bureaucrats. Okay.
Yeah. Besides, if I'm sponsoring a migrant, I don't want some government agent come snooping around my property doing inspection when I'm trying to get my fuck on.
Yeah. Yes, Mary would be able to pay Sophia less than the minimum wage, but even at $5 an hour, Sophia would earn many times what she earns on a farm in Paraguay. Well, first of all, I guess that living in Paraguay actually costs less than living in the US. And also, my previous argument about slaves being a slave in the US is better than being a slave in Africa. So the slave trade was a good thing, I guess.
Probably.
Hey, slavery!
Yeah, I mean, I don't see what the hell they're complaining for. We gave them free transportation, job training, housing.
Sophia would be free to leave at any time if she did not like the conditions. Oh yeah, someone who is from other country with no money, yeah, $5 an hour, great savings there. And yeah, where will she go? Where will she go?
Where did you come from?
You can choose another owner who might be less exploitative, I guess. Great freedom. Okay.
Maria comes in. I would like to leave now. No, bitch. We still got half a gallon of lube left. Your contract ain't up.
The federal system allows the benefits of exchange in international labor that are permitted by online labor markets like Fiverr and Amazon.
What?
No. It's not Fiverr.
Mechanical Turk?
I think Mechanical Turk is named after Mechanical.
I know what it's named after. I didn't know it existed.
Mechanical Turk was a famous automaton made by, like in the 15th century, I think, or something.
Yeah. Wasn't it actually a midget?
Huh?
Wasn't the Mechanical Turk wasn't it actually a midget?
Yeah, but it's just I've never seen that.
No. It was an automaton, but the midget was used to
prank people out of their money. It's actually a brilliant.
It was
brilliant thing.
Let's not get into that.
Yeah.
Fiverr is not importing indentured servitude into the country. Fiverr is where you pay someone to do something for you. It is completely different from importing people into the country. Fiverr is like you can offer something for $5. For example, there was this guy who you could pay him $5 and send him a phrase, and he would make school children in India say this phrase aloud. And of course,
that's where it came from. The OP is I got.
Yeah. Let me actually find this. What's the name of this guy was who posted that? Fiverr. Okay, Indian kids. Let's see.
Oh yeah, that's how PewDiePie got in trouble.
Scott. Yeah, that's what the name of this guy was. So let's take a look at this.
Subscribe to Insta.
So yeah, for $5 you could make these kids chant something you wrote for them. Okay. Yes.
Not gay. I am not gay. But $20. It's $20. It's $20.
Oh my god!
Fucking classic.
How can we be real if our eyes are not real?
Where's my money, bitch?
This one would be I'm not racist, but $5 is $5.
Yeah, see, if I had known about this, I would have paid for it. You want Slim Jim?
Hey,
Stop! I put
money is
that
money.
in my crack.
His head.
Pull up. I put that in Minecraft. In Minecraft. It goes. Eat. Nothing.
Oh, oh.
Nothing. Wrong.
Oh, beautiful.
Swiggity swooty, I'm coming for that booty. That's really quicker. Okay. Anime is a mistake.
Yes, it was.
The Jews did this. Oi vey.
Yeah. Oh, fucking.
I got alcohol in my system. Which chick is gonna be the victim? Welcome to Microsoft. Oh, this is the best one.
Welcome to Microsoft. How may I help you?
This is really subtle and clever, I think. Oh, just and this is not the only kind of. Yeah, this is. There were other stuff like PewDiePie paid some guys like in South America to say something else. Oh,
Yeah, through Fiverr, and it was to show how screwed up Fiverr is.
yeah. Well, then again, he had to delete this video because that was used as evidence that he's a Nazi.
Yeah. I mean, but then again, it's not illegal, so.
Yeah. All right, anyways, well, let's get back to this article. Let's finish it quicker. Benefits, blah, 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 blah. Wouldn't lower-income Americans oppose a visas between individuals program because of fears that these immigrants would take away their jobs? At first, maybe. Okay. But they would soon realize that they can use the program to make money for themselves. Okay, so lower-income people who are
hire lower income people to.
Oh my God! It's the Cloward Plivin plan.
It's what was it? What was it? The thing from Rick
This
and
is
Morty?
just
It's
another-
slavery. They're working for each other. It's society.
This is just a.
It sounds like slavery with extra
in
steps.
the Cloward Plivin plan.
oh, fucking hell. So basically, lower-income Americans who already struggle, and they are struggling even more because they are paid less because of the competition from those third world immigrants. They will benefit by hiring people from the third world if they can't make their ends meet. But they can hire immigrants somehow.
Yeah, they're pitching a fucking Ponzi scheme.
How is this? Oh, this is painful. This is fucking painful. Others might try in entrepreneurial fashion to find foreign workers for American businesses. Yeah, pimping out slaves. Yeah, great. Which would not be allowed to sponsor migrants under our proposal. So, this doesn't even make sense. If corporations cannot sponsor immigrants, but people can, then the owner of the corporation can sponsor, or people working there can sponsor, and it would be just corporations sponsoring immigrants, but with extra steps. They didn't think this plan through, did they? Google and Exxon would taking a cut in the process. So they would pimp out refugees to immigrants to corporations and taking a cut in the process, which would make those immigrants more costly, and this would increase the price of the products. Because one of the points was that those cheap labor makes products cheaper, but this labor won't be as cheap anymore, so product prices will go higher, and there would be no increase in quality, just higher prices.
People are dumb.
Yeah, there's so much wrong with this shit. Great free market using immigrant labor would flourish. You know what else flourished? Slave trade. It was also a great free market. Creating
It was.
natives as supervisors and agents. Oh, you mean the supervisors like whip crackers? Wealthy families could sponsor migrants too, but there are fewer of them, and they would likely.
Anyone could be a plantation owner. I mean, those were families. The plantation houses had families.
So wealthy families could sponsor migrants too, but there are fewer of them. But they can hire migrants through others who pimp them out. So again, while the money would be a tremendous gain for sponsors with more limited prospects, so they can't afford to
Go ahead.
make ends meet, but they can afford to import immigrants. Okay.
I almost wonder if this is Poe trying to stretch the boundaries, but no, people really are this dumb.
At this point, I don't know anymore. Yeah. One of the more fascinating findings of social scientists, well, according to crowd
oh boy,
that the people who oppose immigration the most are not those who live among migrants. Again, evidence. Who says this? Where is this?
Citations fucking needed.
Yeah. The fear of migrants is largely based on ignorance about
optional.
Oh yeah, it's like fear of migrants is largely based on ignorance about who they are. Yeah, because nothing bad happened in Europe when the influx of migrants happened after this. Yeah, nothing bad happened to Europe at all. Everything is hunky dory. Fucking hell.
Move along, children.
That's why people who live among migrants tend to support immigration or not to oppose it too much. Again, citation needed. As far as I know, the most vocal supporters of immigration are like wealthy liberals living in secluded, gated communities. Like, the J.K. Rowling.
Everyone who wrote this article.
Okay. Making sponsorship accessible to all Americans, a visas between individuals program would spread migrants throughout the United States rather than concentrating them in Silicon Valley. And this is a good thing. So...
Wait, so they pick fruit in Silicon Valley? Your narrative is dying here. Abort!
The big cities and certain agricultural areas near the southern border. Sponsors will normally want the migrants they sponsor to live near them. Oh yeah, you don't want your slaves away from you. You need to keep them under control. Or Americans might move to areas of high migrant demand to take advantage of the opportunity to sponsor migrants there. Holy shit, this is so dumb. It's hard to demonize the person who lives in your basement. What? How is this
oh my god!
How the fuck is this not
It's
slavery?
very easy to demonize the person that lives in the basement of your neighbor or their mother.
You know,
Oh my lord, this is bad.
if I wasn't lazy, I would go to the John Tron's video about food games and find this clip where he is.
Oh yeah, it's like a fucking Gollum ripoff.
slave
Yeah.
woman who brings him food.
Oh my god, I'll be right back.
Food. I need more food. Grimbo, bring me more food. Johnny is hungry. Johnny is hungry. Obey, Grimbo. Obey.
Bukanlah sa kabahan sila. Asya soko. Ikarasiyo.
Bad Grimbo. No curses, Grimbo. Go get Filet-O-Fish. Get Filet-O-Fish. Go get it.
Good.
Good Grimbo. Grimbo lives another day.
If your migrant lives in the basement, yeah, you are not providing this migrant the best the best environment.
But it's better than where they came from. That's not an excuse.
Yeah.
Shit.
Anyways, and has increased your income greatly. First of all, this basement dwelling migrant should increase your income before you. Let's not count those chicken before they hatch, okay? Most migrants, even those who came here illegally, obey the law.
What?
Wait, illegally and obey the law in the same sentence.
It should say even those who came here illegally obey the other laws.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it's
People who came here breaking the law, obey the law. Oh, I'm fucking dying here. And work extremely hard in ways that are hard not to admire. Oh yeah,
other than the fact that they
who shot and killed an American citizen and then was found not guilty in California. Remember that guy? Or there's like some people posted like links to stories about those dreamers who committed a lot of crimes, including like murder, robbery. Oh yeah, DIY, not DIY, DUI. Not do it yourself, but driving under influence and hit and run and other stuff. Yeah. A visas between individuals program would offer advantages to working people while preserving America's historic commitment to immigration. Oh, you mean historic commitment to immigration when only white people were allowed to immigrate? It's true, by the way. And also, to clarify, the poem on the Statue of Liberty does not have legal power.
and it was also created by the Dirty French.
Yeah.
Dirty French.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. While Republicans or Democrats shouldn't understand that it would increase the wealth and well-being of low-income Americans. How? And impoverished foreigners. Why do you care about foreigners? You should care about the citizens of the country first and foremost. Like, what the fuck? While Republicans should appreciate how it would contribute to economic growth, which offers benefits to all. Yeah, again, the cotton won't pick itself up, right? We need some immigrants from certain parts of the world.
It's funny because chattel slavery was actually on its way very much out by the time the Civil War happened because of automation.
Yeah,
So the entire problem is about to solve itself again.
I'm bothered by the pronunciation. I always thought that it was pronounced cattle.
No, it's actually chattel. Chattel.
There's a H?
well, technically it's chattel, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Cattle
Apparently.
to literal cows.
Because, I don't know, it sounds more retarded to say chattel.
I mean,
It sounds like someone choked.
Well, I guess, would it be a French? Let me look it up. while
it
you guys-
doesn't say
guess-
anything from
like,
the article.
Both
No, it's not from
pronunciations are
French. It's
correct, but yeah.
most likely from German.
It is actually chattel.
It is?
Yes.
I thought it was chattel.
Yeah.
No.
Immigration is just one of the number. Let's finish.
I'm looking on Merriam-Webster. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Immigration is just one of any number of social problems that can be solved with what we call radical markets. By exploiting the logic and third worlders of the market in an area that is normally bureaucratized, we can advance equality as well as economic growth. You know where else we can employ radical markets? Right now, only the government has the license to kill, but we can have radical markets of hired killers and allow citizens to hire killers and perform killing for them. Imagine the economic growth. Just imagine this.
Oh, it would be.
Where's the? Okay, Eric Posner is a professor at the University of Chicago Law School.
Doesn't that place have enough problems?
Research and teaches at Yale. Their book, Radical. Higher education, my ass.